The cats really enjoy hanging out around the cabin and going underneath. With winter coming, I've been planning to just kind of close this in to help keep them warmer under there. I can just leave a couple little spots for them to get in and out. It'll also keep the cabin warmer by closing that in. Keep pests and stuff out. There won't be any mice or snakes down there with the cats down there. You know, it'll help keep the cabin warmer. It'll help prevent flooding around the cabin. And I'm redirecting the water that comes off of the roof into this swale back here, which is the largest swale I've made so far. It's the widest and I guess maybe the deepest. And it runs the entire length of the cabin to the corner. And then I carved out a way for any excess overflow to make its way over to the pond. I've had about half of this, and then today I dug the other half, and I planted this not too long ago with squash. In fact, I've planted squash around all over the place, and here's one. There's a squash. There's a squash right here. Here's 4 of them. A few more right here. And here's a few more. So some of those spots I just left, I'll dig them out later after this season. I'm just going to let those grow. All this ground is moist, and it's going to rain here again in a few days, and I'll bet these just keep growing all the way through the winter. So once this fills completely, then it can start to overflow, and I'll just make sure that this is leveled out exactly so that it'll run all the way down to the pond over here. So it'll make the end here and have to overflow into the pond. If you haven't seen this swell on the other side of the cabin before, this runs all the way up through my first gate and all the way to the corner of the property. And that's how that pond filled just maybe a week ago. That's 4,500 gallons and it filled in 30 minutes. So I'm going to show you kind of something that's cool about this whole thing. Watch out, Hilda. This is about a 3,000 pound footing for the fireplace. It's almost a pallet of concrete. And that'll be super stable to build up, you know, a masonry stove, Russian stove thing on top here. All the way up through the second floor, by the way. So that'll be a phenomenal way to heat in here if I want to. It'll be real efficient, good for cooking, and I'll be able to cook outside on the outdoor kitchen if I want to. But this is just another backup plan, and anytime I do run this, say it's real cold, of course, those would be the nights I would run it. And so say it's 0 degrees and I'm running that thing is going to radiate heat all night long underground, and the floor is all insulated. And so there'll be an area that's nice and warm, you know, for the cats. I wouldn't imagine it would ever get colder than 50 degrees down there, and probably warmer. This will keep the cabin warmer. It'll keep the cabin from flooding at all. It'll keep the cats nice and cozy all winter. It'll keep any sort of pests outside. There'll never be pests underneath there because the cats would just wipe them out. And then of course I've expanded the area that I can grow in without having to add water. I can just harvest the rainwater. The swales, the smaller swales in my experience, hold water 6 months. And that's without backing them in with compost like I did and making it larger like it is. I think these will pretty well hold water damn near the whole year. And that'll be really beneficial because it sprinkles a little bit, it snows a little bit, and I'll bet they stay wet enough to grow year round in. I know a lot of people have been waiting on the fireplace, and you know, it took a lot of time and money to build the cabin and resources, and that kind of tapped me. And then I had the opportunity to rebuild myself a farm truck, and I really almost desperately needed a truck. And so it was either go finance one or spend the money and build my own, and I built my own. And it was a frugal option. Like, I think I'm in about $7,000-8,000 for a fully rebuilt truck. And it'll be up and running soon. And then, you know, I can hurry and dump some money into, basically, I just need to order bricks for this. I've already got almost all the cast iron, and I've got the mortar out there and some concrete, and the slabs all poured. So I just need to order the chimney pipe, and, you know, we'll get it done here as soon as we can. And I guess some people, I mentioned it the other day, and a lot of people are like, you better hurry and get that done, winter's coming. But I have heat pumps, and they can run 24/7 on the solar power. I also have propane burners here. In an emergency, I could turn that on and it'd easily heat the bed up above. And then I have diesel air heaters as well, and I got a lot of redundancy. I'll be perfectly comfortable. I've been out here 5 years. But we'll piece this together as fast as possible, and it'll be a nice addition to the homestead. You're still here? Here's a look at a few things I've been up to around the homestead.